Hello, everyone, and welcome to the MySpace podcast. I'm your host, Miley, and today I will be reviewing the book A Curse for True Love by Stephanie Garber. This is book number 3 of the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. I keep touching that. Okay. So, let's get started. I don't know what I really have in this. I kind of do know, but I don't know if I forgot anything. So there may be stuff I forgot and just randomly remember. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. Yeah. Anyways, rating 10 out of 10. Of course, I literally love this series. Oh, I love all 3 of these books. One thing I really love is that you can see how much Evangeline has changed from the start of book 1 to the end of book 3. You can see that change also because she forgot all of that. So she's gone back to who she was before, basically, in a way. But you can see then when she gets her memories back, you can see how much she's kind of changed. So it's cool. I also want to mention that I do know that there are some things that people don't like about these books, and I know what they are. And I know they're bad things and stuff, blah, 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 blah. People have their opinions. And I do know because I've seen and I understand, but I just love this book so much that I don't really care. It's like when you, it's like one of those books where, you give it a 10 out of 10, but there's so many things that you could change. But also, I like it too much to want to change it. So yeah. I just really love the book series. I just do. POV, because it changes. Okay, so it is still in third person, but it now switches between Evangeline, Jax, and Apollo. Though there are more chapters from Evangeline's perspective, you now get to see Jax and Apollo's as well. So yeah, plot / storyline. I don't know how to say for that, but anyways. Whew, my hand. So Apollo has erased Evangeline's memories, and that's for a good portion of it, but she does throughout get her memories back, of course. Anyways, Apollo tells everyone that Jax was the one who erased Evangeline's memories, Jax was the one who killed him, and did a whole lot of other unthinkable, unimaginable bad things to him and to Evangeline. And Apollo now also has to prove to the other great houses that Evangeline isn't there to hurt him and has really lost her memories. But that's not a big part. I just wanted to mention it because then she does prove that he shouldn't have trusted her, but yeah. It's just a weird part. I feel like that part probably could have been fleshed out a little more. But also, who really likes Apollo? Nobody. Apollo also made the Valors, the Valors are the first rulers of the North, so they're still alive because they were the ones that were in the vault. So he made the Valors into a great house, and no one knows it's them because they're under fake names. Well, actually, they're under a fake last name, and I'm like, that's, yeah, it's like Vale, though. I'm like, that's really easy to know that, because the first names are the same, I'm pretty sure. But they've been given Marywood land, so, which is it's a whole piece of land that was literally just destroyed during their time. But also they're not, I don't know how to feel about them, but yeah. Oh, yes, so now that Evangeline doesn't have her memories, and Apollo doesn't want her to have her memories, he tries to keep her busy with things so that she doesn't have any time to think or try to get some of her memories back, because it's definitely in Evangeline's character to go looking for her memories and find a way to get them back. He also basically keeps her captive there, but says she's not a captive. Jax decides to come by and see her. He's like, I showed him, but he's there. He teaches her how to defend herself, at least very slightly. And Evangeline actually says to Lala later in the book that he did teach her stuff, but it was his hands were more just like touching her and around her. And I was like, wow. Yeah, because it's only like a chapter that it's talked about, and then it's not really talked about anymore. Anyways, yeah, she's not really amazing at defending herself, but she can do it. Also, she does know that she knows him from somewhere. He also told her that his name was Archer, so that's not helping her get her memories back. But she does know him, and her heart knows him. Yeah. Anyways, later that day, actually, Apollo has a dinner with a whole lot of people, all the great houses, like all of the guards, everyone. That night's a little eventful for a specific two of those people. Yeah. Which I think I talk about later. A little bit. Very tiny bit. Just for one of those people. And it's not them together. It's separate. So yeah. Then there's the hunt. Which is basically just an event in the Cursed Forest. I don't really want to get into it. Because we don't talk about it a lot. Evangeline heads off there because she needs to tell Apollo something important, and it concerns Jax because she just figured out who Archer is. Oh, something just fell. That is also very eventful for her, going into the forest, and things happen. And then Apollo finds her, and they go to Marywood Village. She's kind of held captive again. She sneaks out, and then some things happen. Somebody does some things. Okay. Then Apollo finds her, and they go to Marywood Village. She's kind of held captive again, though. And then she sneaks out with the help of somebody. And then some things happen. Somebody does some things. Jax has enacted his very horrible plan, and a lot more things happen. Then a good thing happens. And then, of course, something bad has to happen because you can't just have something good happen and not have something bad happen, right? And then the book ends, and yeah. She does get her memories back, like, of course. Just not gonna tell you when. Figure that out. You can figure that out yourself. Also, throughout this story, people are constantly trying to kill her. She, almost dies once a day. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, people are constantly trying to kill her. Evangeline. She doesn't listen to what her mind or her body tells her. Her heart's trying to tell her something, and she's like, no. She doesn't listen to it. It's literally screaming danger at her when she's with Apollo, and she's just like, oh, it's nothing. She brushes it off. I'm like, okay, maybe your heart's trying to tell you something. Maybe your body's trying to actually tell you something. But also, she's been reverted back to who she was before, so it makes sense for her to be all naive and stuff and be like, this is my fairy tale and blah, 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 you know? Although part of her did know that it was all too perfect and too good. She knew there was something off. It was too perfect to be true. But she didn't listen to that voice either. But she's automatically like, I'm going to try to get my memories back. She knew that. She also knew that there was something important she was trying to tell someone. She's going to go tell someone something that was really important, but she doesn't remember what it was. Yeah, so she knew she was going to get her she was going to try to get her memories back. That's, yeah. Yeah. So Apollo is treating her more like a captive, and she can't be trusted, and some other things, and in some other ways. And she basically responds by saying that she's gonna just act like how she's treated. And I'm like, go girl, do that. She also said she's not gonna act like his wife, and I was like, that, And she does that for a small bit of time, and then she just kind of forgets. I'm like, She forgives him. I'm like, okay. But in that time, I was like, go girl, go. Jax is like the only one who actually makes memories come back. So if that doesn't tell you something. He's also the main reason why her memories come back in the first place. And then what I mentioned in the beginning, she's grown a lot. And she knows that love isn't something that just happens. And it will be hard. And it may not even work in the end. But that just makes her fight for it more. So yeah, it's very inspiring. It's a whole monologue she gives to Lala. But I'm not going to go read it because that means I have to go find it. And I don't want to do that. But there is something. What was it? Oh, that's coming up in Jack's part. Okay. Right now, Jax. He is literally obsessed with her. He's been since like the very beginning. He tries to say that he's not obsessed with her, but he definitely is. I'm not gonna say that. It's kind of weird. Oh yeah, in the same scene where this is also the scene where he teaches her to fight, but he basically says in his mind that he wants to pick her up and hold her because he wants to pick her up and hold her by like setting fire, so like there's a reason for him to do it because he just won't let himself do it. But yeah, because that's just Jax for you. He doesn't think he deserves her. Here's yep. Also, from the first time he saw her, he's been completely obsessed with her. Like, in love with her. He's wanted to know everything about her. Yep. His bad plan. He wants Evangeline to have a future, but he believes that he can't be a part of it if he wants her to have it. So, if he wants her to have a future, then he can't be a part of it. That's basically what he believes. So, he has a plan to do something about that, which really, dude. Apollo now. So, he has doctors make sure her memories never come back. It's not like they actually can do anything about it, but it's more just them telling him if her memories ever do come back. You know? Like, they're there to just make sure they don't. Yeah, because he doesn't want her memories to come back. He basically tells her this in not so many words. But, yeah. And she doesn't catch on to this. Which shows how she's really just gone back to her naive self. He wants her to be his, like, completely. It's really obsessive. Not as obsessive as Jax, though. I think he mentions this too, it's because of how many times he's been cursed, and they all involve her. So they're, like, tethered together. He's also obsessed with finding and killing Jax. Yeah, he also hates apples, so if that doesn't tell you he's the complete opposite of Jax, I don't know what will. He also tries to keep Evangeline as far away from anything Jax as possible and basically makes her captive in the palace and everywhere. She can't do anything. The Valors, because I just wanted to say like 2 things about them. So like I said, that they're the first rulers of the North. And there's some more things about them, but blah, 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 you know? Everyone gravitates towards them, and they have more power over people than Apollo originally thought they would. But I feel like he should have realized that, but can't really do anything about that, you know? Spoilers now, my friends. I don't know why I stopped. Aurora Valor, we're going to start with her. Okay. So, Aurora is evil, definitely. And so, as she's also twins to Chaos, who's Caster Valor, she is supposed to be the prettiest girl, like, ever. And everybody, like, falls in love with her or something, and is attracted to her. Jax wasn't. Just gonna say that. Evangeline automatically doesn't like her, too. But she doesn't know why. She's very much in love with Jax. That's part of the reason why she's done so much bad. Like, she's put the Archer curse on him, and then put that kissing curse on him as well. And also, that curse got all messed up, so instead of the person who is immune to his kiss being his true love, it is actually the only girl who will never love him. And she just did that because she hated that Jax never looked at her and stuff. A lot of what she's done is because he will never love her and stuff. Really shallow and kind of selfish. Don't like her. But yeah, that's about it. She's also part of Jack's plan. He's a really stupid and bad plan. Anyways, to Apollo. Real quick, we're gonna switch and then we'll go to Jax. Apollo. This dude. He sends people to go push her down the well. He sends his own guards to do it. Because then she'll be scared and actually listen to him. And then he promptly accuses and kills the guards he told to do it. So yeah. Now, it's an even worse thing about him. He kills a child. Well, the child's 14, but still, not an excuse. Like, and there's a reason why he did it. It's not a good reason in any way. He wanted to frame Jax for the murder of the Fortuna family, which actually, the real murderer was Chaos. And the kid knew it wasn't Jax, so Apollo was just like, well, I can't let this kid live, so he just kills him. Excuse me? Okay. I don't like you anymore. I didn't like you in the beginning, but like, no, I really don't like you. And like I mentioned before, he just really wants Evangeline to be his, and he hates that she continues to choose Jax over him, like over and over again. Then, because of that, he decides to sacrifice her so he can be immortal. That happens at the very end of the book. I'm kind of tired. However, to become immortal from drinking the blood of the Tree of Souls, which I don't really know what it is, but yeah, is you have to sacrifice the thing that means the most to you. And he thinks it's Evangeline because he loves her, but in reality, it's himself because he values himself more and like loves himself. Like, you can tell, like he's always constantly been about like making portraits of himself. And he thinks that can just change when he falls in love with Evangeline. Like, I don't really think he's actually in love with Evangeline. He just thinks he is. So anyways, he's dead. Yay. Jax now. So his stupid plan. He's decided to do this because he wants Evangeline to have a future. Starts off, he puts this cuff on Evangeline's wrist, which will protect her from harm. And he's doing that so that she'll be protected from him when his plan is all done. To get this cuff, he had to make a deal with Aurora. And we all know Aurora is in love with him. So, in return for getting that cuff, you know the deal, he had to give her his heart that actually like feels emotions and stuff. So that's just great. He then proceeds to get it back from her and then go to destroy it because he has completely given up on Evangeline, like getting her memories back and stuff. It's like, dude, come on. But but also, like, he's gone through so much heartbreak. It's so hard for him to be with somebody he actually loves. It's actually like so hard for him to think that he actually has a chance. So yeah. But anyways, Evangeline stops him, like, of course. And she tells him that she loves him. And then they kiss and she doesn't die. She also forgets to breathe, which is kind of funny. But yeah. So, you know, they got together. But their happily ever after was sadly ruined by Apollo and the whole Tree of Souls thing. But then after that, they get their whole happily ever after. So yes. Actually, that scene, not the before the Tree of Souls, was actually a really cute scene. I love that. I like that scene. Anyways, to just other things I thought were cute. Okay, I'm gonna start with something. I'm gonna switch how I have things going here. The epilogue's POV is from the story curse's POV, and I also think there's a point in the second book too when we also get a POV from that. I just think it's really cool that we get it from the story curse's POV, and it's all being like, I liked watching their story and blah 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 blah. But yeah, I just want to mention that happens. I don't really know what I was gonna say about it, but yeah. Now to the actual other thing. So there's this book. It's supposed to say the greatest love story ever told, the truth and unabridged history of Evangeline Fox and Prince Apollo Titus Acadian. Wow, he has a long name. And that's a long title for a book. But instead of Apollo's name, it says the Prince of Hearts. So really, the world is telling us, well, the story curse is telling us that the greatest love story that will ever be told is Evangeline Fox and the Prince of Hearts. So, yeah. And the world is definitely on her side. Like, the story curse likes her and is on her side. But yeah. That's about it. I don't know what I'm going to read next, because there are 2 books I want to read. There's Quicksilver or When the Moon Hatched, but When the Moon Hatched, the second book doesn't come out until April, and Quicksilver, the second book has come out, but I do know that those books are the series probably aren't finished. So do I want to do that? Do I want to put myself into that, or do I not? I kind of do though, because I really want to read both of them. I'm in a pickle. I don't know what to read next. That book. I should check if that book series has another book in it yet. I don't know what I'm going to read next, guys. I have some books on my... I can look at what I have on Instagram, because... yeah, I have a folder with just books I find. I'll look at that, because there's been some recent ones. Maybe I'll go there. Maybe I'll first read Quicksilver, and then, yeah, see, we'll do that, because I also have I have a plan for another book in like 2 months. Yeah. I'm also like a lot. Okay, anyways, that's it. I seem really like down. I kind of tired. I don't really know why. So I seem less as excited as I usually am, but I do really love this book. My brain's just tired and my eyes are tired, so I'm just kind of reading off of my notes and stuff. So yeah. But I really, 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 really love this book series. And I know there's people who don't, and there's reasons why. But I already said, I don't need to state that again. I don't know why I'm stating it again. But anyways, loved it. It's literally one of my favorite book series. There's like two favorite book series. This is one of them. So thank you for watching this video. Yeah, and listening to it. Anyways, thank you, and have a good rest of your day, night, week, month, year, or in life. Thank you. Bye.